right, take us through your thoughts.
Great game. It was the first day of the tournament. If you're not the 1 or the 2 seed, is always pretty stressful. Just knowing that it's win or go home, and obviously when we're playing a really good team like Bryant, we knew we had to come in here and wouldn't be able to make a lot of mistakes and just had to play clean baseball. I think overall we did a really good job of that. Mucciaroni was fantastic. Foley got us out of a pretty big jam. Same thing with Geisler there, and then Frenchie to shut the door in the end. And then defensively, I just thought we were really tough. We just made a lot of really good plays. Obviously, the one that stands out is Carlos. I thought Zach Scott had a really nice play. We had a couple nice relays from the outfield. And then we got, we talked all year about how big we needed to be situationally and clutch hitting. And Carlos and Solar there were unbelievable. So it was a great win. Great win. Just looking forward to the next one.
You had picked out bits and pieces of the game. How did you feel about the out in the 9th from O'Leary? Because he dove for that. If anything, if it went by him, you never know.
It was a really good play. That's another one of those defensive plays that was huge. And that's, it's not the hardest hit ball ever, but it was funky. It had a lot of spin on it, and he did a really good job diving to keep that ball in front and gloving it. That was a big play for sure.
And then in terms of obviously the mindset, the aggressiveness, the competitiveness from the team today, how did you feel? Obviously, the mindset from the postseason is going to be different from the regular season. But how did you feel they adjusted overall in terms of?
I just think they're just such a tough group. They're such a tough group, and it starts with the older guys and the veterans on this team and what they've been able to establish here from a culture standpoint. But there's no quitting these guys. Zero.
Despite the little slump from Mucciaroni in the 7th, how did you feel overall about the outing?
He was awesome. Do
you expect to see him again, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, well, I think it would be hard to expect him to come back tomorrow by any means, but he's also a guy, he's ultra competitive. He's going to put himself in a position where if he can throw, he'll throw. So we just got to take it day by day, and we'll see how it looks the next couple days.
And then in terms of Foley obviously getting replaced by Geisler towards the end of the game, do you think you should have went with Geisler instead of Foley, or do you think in terms of pitching strategy it worked out?
No, I mean those 3 guys in general have all been really good for us. Foley, Geisler, Frenchie. It's kind of like spin a wheel and pick who you want because they've all been so good for us. I think in that moment it's just he's got a ton of swing and miss stuff, and he's a veteran guy. He's been here before. He's one of the only guys that has pitched in the playoff game before, so we just thought it was the right decision there, and he was fine. It got away from him a little bit at the end there, but he was fine.
And in terms of obviously Martinez hitting the big double right there in the 11th inning, is he the person you wanted right there at the plate in the moment with 2 outs on the board?
I mean, when Carlos is locked in, he's one of the best players in this conference, probably the region. He was locked in today. You saw it right away from his defensive play, a couple really good at-bats. He had a really good 2-strike at-bat. He was locked in today, and when he gets like this, it's hard to keep him down.
And then what's tomorrow look like? How are you feeling about that?
We got to see how this all plays out and who we got, and unless something crazy happens, Jetty will be on the bump for us and try to win another one.